facing button.
What up, guys? I am here getting ready to go to work. This is probably going to be when I post some of my vlogs. Just kind of a channel update for you guys. I am finally totally moved in to the new place. I haven't started making videos yet just because I'm still trying to get used to the new routine and I'm still getting all my equipment set up and all that stuff. I'm considering getting a new Mac and a camera at tax time. I'm probably going to get like a GoPro or something. I don't know. Or, well, it'll be a little easier because I'll have a better phone. When the new phones come out in September, I'll be upgrading. As my earlier vlog, I'm setting you guys down when I need one in one hand because I'm really bad at doing things with one hand. This vlog isn't going to be anything specific. It's just going to be me ranting about just random stuff. I figured I would, I would try and just do a free-flowing vlog just to see what happens. So, the first topic...
Image.
Oops.
Double tap to focus.
Shut up, voiceover.
Voiceover off.
The first topic I kind of want to touch on today is a little segment that I got from a friend of mine. He suggested it, and it's what do I use my Apple Watch for? Now, I was actually on FaceTime with someone that I hadn't talked to in a long time. They've been really busy. They haven't really been up to date with tech news. And so when I got to talking about my Apple Watch, they're like, well, an Apple Watch, what's that? And it kind of surprised me a little bit because pretty much everyone I know has heard of the Apple Watch. And they're like, well, doesn't it do a lot of stuff that the phone does? And I'm like, well, it does some things that the phone can do in different ways because of the smaller screen, but it can do a lot of stuff that your phone can't do, even if you have like the 6 or the 6 Plus. And she was like, well, what does the watch do? And I'm like, well, how much time do you have? Like, how do you even answer that? Sorry, I'm making sure I'm still recording. How do you even answer that in a reasonable amount of time? Because, I mean, face it, guys, Apple came out with a very feature-rich watch. And so it can be used for different things by different people. And I'm like, well, why don't I just tell you what I use my watch for? She's like, all right, that works. So I figured I would share with you guys. Now, the Apple Watch has really gone down in sales recently just because most people who know what the Apple Watch is capable of and all that stuff and know what they want to use it for have already bought one or been gifted one or decided, hey, I would love to have one of those, but it's too pricey, which it is. It is pricey, but this is what I use my watch for. I have the stainless steel Apple Watch, and The watch came with a Melamese loop, which is like, it kind of reminds me of modern chainmail. It's a woven steel mesh. I like it because it's infinitely adjustable. When I say infinitely adjustable, I mean infinitely adjustable. The band doesn't actually come apart for you to take your hand out. What actually happens is you lift this magnetic tab, which is the thing that holds the watch's band size in place and holds it snug. Sorry about that, guys. I'm making my lunch. So I'm going to continue the explanation after. You know what? You guys don't need to know what kind of watch I have. That's not all that important. Anyway, almost done with these chips, guys, I promise. Almost done with these chips. And I hardly ever edit my vlogs. I edit my instructional videos, but I hardly ever edit my vlogs. So, have fun listening to me put chips in a bag. Alright. What do I use my watch for? Well, the main thing that I use it for, hands down, is fitness. The watch does a whole bunch of things without me having to tell it to, which is something that may make me sound a bit lazy, but is awesomely convenient. I really don't have to tell my watch to do a damn thing. It asks you for some information first, like your height and your weight and your age and how many calories you think you burn during the day. Be honest with it. It's not going to continuously display that data. I had to be honest. It was a little saddening, but once it asks you all that information about you, it'll ask you one final question. It'll ask you, well, realistically, how many calories do you want to burn throughout the day? And at first, it will only give you a range. So I think the two bottom tiers are like 550 calories and 700 calories. So usually, if you have a very blah desk job, which I do. I just finished. Let's see, what time is it? 5:56. I'm gonna have to finish up soon. You have a very blah desk job, which I do. You wanna probably choose 550 calories, but once you choose it, it puts you. Sorry, I'm grabbing my shoes out of the coat closet here. It actually takes you into a window where you can choose and adjust your calories specifically. Like, you use the crown on the side of the watch, the dial, to when you rotate it, your numbers will go up or down, and you can do very specific adjustments here. So if you want to burn 621 calories a day, you can do that. And once it's done, it'll calculate a whole bunch of stuff. And It will keep track of your heart rate, keep track of your steps. It will remind you every hour if you've been sitting too long to stand up and move around for 5 minutes, which out of every hour, 5 minutes is nothing. Like, I know some people are like, oh my gosh, that's going to be so annoying. It really isn't. Like, get up and get some water, or if you have a dog, get up and pay attention to your dog or something. And it will also keep track of how much physical activity you do. So how much activity you do that is A, above a brisk walk, or B, get your heart rate constantly above a certain beat per minute threshold. So that is a big thing, fitness, that I use my watch for. And there's one thing that the watch does not have, which I wish it had, and it will have in the next software update, and that's inputting calories. And the way you would do that is third-party apps are now going to have access to the main activity app in the Apple Watch. So after every meal, I can take 5 minutes, like, yeah, I had this many servings of this, and this many servings of this, and I had this for dessert, and I had this drink. And it will input those calories and adjust your calorie goal at the end of the day accordingly. So that's the fitness aspect of it. Of course, I use it to tell time because I don't feel like getting my phone out of my pocket when I'm walking down the street trying to get to the bus stop just to check time. It's really convenient because I always have Eden's harness in my left hand. And so all I have to do is lift my wrist. It'll automatically know that I'm trying to look at my watch, and it'll display the watch face and tell me what time it is down to the second. I use it in the kitchen a lot for timers. It's very easy to just lift my wrist and use Hey Siri. Hey Siri works on the watch as long as the screen is activated. It doesn't have to be plugged in or anything. And I'd be like, hey Siri, set a timer for this. And if my hands are dirty and I'm handling like raw meat, or if they're full or something, it works out really well. I use it to also control music playback, which, sorry, I'm making sure I'm still recording, which is incredibly convenient just because, Eden, come on. Sorry, we're getting ready to head out of the apartment here. I'm going around and turning the lights off. If I'm back here in my currently slightly cluttered bedroom, because I still haven't finished unpacking, and I have music playing up here on my speakers, and a song comes on that I don't really want to hear at the moment, I can just lift my watch, swipe up to the music playback glance, and skip the song. Can also open the music app and browse. Sorry, I'm sitting you down while I put her harness on. While I browse through the library if I wanted to. Come here, girl. Wait, why am I putting your harness on? I haven't parked you yet. Okay. Actually, let me go to the next bus stop where the dumpsters are and park you. Having your harness on is fine. So I can answer text messages on it, which I honestly only do if I'm walking down the street, I'm in a hurry, and the message is important. Because with the watch, you can only dictate or send audio messages. I'm trying to think of what else I use it for. I use it to respond to tweets real quick. Sometimes. I have alerts on for certain accounts, so I see them as soon as they happen. It's really convenient because I use my phone at work to play music. So if I get an alert, I don't have to pause my music. I can just look at it on my watch. Oh, my puppy's being cute. Hi, puppy's here. Hi, puppy. Anyway, I use my watch for a few other little things, like sometimes, you know, if I have a picture that's important to me, I can just pull it up real quick. It's in my favorites. It's right there. Just a whole bunch of little stuff. And then watchOS 2, there will be third-party native apps, so we'll be able to do a lot more. Like a big app that I use is called WhatsApp, and I'll be able to send WhatsApps from my wrist, which is really convenient when I'm walking down the street. But anyway, I will try and post some Apple Watch tutorials soon. I want to post a video of me working with my dog at some point, but that will be very difficult, seeing as how I'll be the one who has to shoot it. Eden, stop choking yourself on your leash. But I hope you guys enjoy. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at Access Tech Media. That's AccessTechMedia. Subscribe to this channel, like and share this video if you enjoy it. Please, 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 please leave feedback, please, please. And I will see you guys next time.